Hello, everybody. If anybody's here, I'm gonna adjust camera because I didn't know if it would go live as soon as I clicked the button or if it was gonna be like it went live at 8 o'clock. So if somebody shows up and says hi, then I'll start. And then, ooh, from Denmark. Hello. Okay. So we actually have people coming on. I'm gonna give it just a couple minutes before I actually start showing things, and I'll gotta remember to look at this camera and not that camera. I hope everybody can hear me okay. Let me know. There is a bit of a delay, so between when I get the message and when you get my answer may be several seconds to a minute. I'm not exactly sure. It's been a while since I did this. I'm hoping my lighting is good. I have like three lights going on. Um, and tonight I am doing my whip parade. So I'm going to go through all my whips. It looks here like I probably have 49 to get through. I'm hoping they're all readily available to me. I didn't do a whole lot of prep work. Um, and I'm just gonna kind of go through them all. 2022 Whip Parade. I usually wait until the end of December, and I decided to go ahead and do it now because I have some prep work for next year I want to get done, and my head just cannot wrap around it on a spreadsheet. I need to lay hands on all my projects and go, okay, this one's gonna not be a piece that goes on my list next year. This one's going to be a focus piece, that sort of thing. So we'll go through a little bit of that. Hello. So happy to see people. It says I have 5 people here. So I'm going to give a couple more minutes because I did say this would start at 8. Hey, Emily. I'm so excited. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to manage to find time. Like, this is the busy season at work. This is the busy season in life. And so I was like, am I going to be able to just sit down and do this? So, hey, Kim, how are you? I haven't talked to you in forever. Hey, Amy. Oh, everybody's showing up. It's so exciting. Okay, I'll quit going crazy. What I did was I have a small pile here, and then I will swap out with, you see, I've got piles upon piles, and then there's still some there and there. They're everywhere. Hey, Jesse. So I didn't want to have them all piled here and like try and fall over them. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Like I said before to anybody that wasn't here just a couple minutes ago, I have 49 whips that I'm going to show you today. I'm going to try not to gush on each of them too long, but if you have any questions, please, yeah, I know life. Please ask them in the chat. Like I said, there's a bit of a delay between when y'all say something and when I respond, um, through no control of my own. Also, I may need pen and paper at some point, and I did not get that. Um, because yeah. All right. So they're in no particular order because I just grabbed things. So the first one I have, um, and I am gonna try and have the start dates here. So let me room for one more. Yeah. I mean, it's not the end of the year yet, right? I can still start something else. All right. Okay. Well, and I've got some finishes coming that this month, so super excited about. So the first thing I have here is this is Trick or Treat by Cottage Garden Samplings. I'm not quite done with this first block, but I got a pretty good bit done on it. I started this, and of course, because these are in no order, September 18th. That doesn't sound right. I don't know. Anyway, I started it with Vicky at Reading and Stitching, and who literally just texted me as I said that. Okay, so this is Trick or Treat by Cottage Garden Samplings. It is, and I don't have cover photos for any of these, but this is on 32 Count Lugana in Hestia from Under the Sea Fabrics. So I really look forward to getting back to this one next year. Absolutely loved Loved it as soon as I saw it, like when she announced it, and had to start it almost immediately. September doesn't sound right. I'm thinking maybe October. Have that one. Plan to start it next year. Awesome, Emily. You let me know. Okay, so I'm gonna set whips over here. And like I haven't even finished putting all the flosses on the floss card because I was just like, let's get started. This one is in this beautiful stitch and button bag. And this was actually a start for her birthday last month. So I know I started it on like the 26th, maybe. It was for her birthday, but I didn't start it on her birthday. So this is Sol Tropica from Bella Filipina. And I really wish I had prepped enough to have cover photos because it's gorgeous. It doesn't look a lot like the cover photo. So just know, because like this is pale green and it's in this beautiful, oh, and I need to take it. Vicky, off the Q snap. 'Cause that's what we're going to do today. Everything is going to come off Q snaps and then I will prep my top 30 for next year. I think I have 30 Q snaps. Eventually, I want to get my whips down to 30, but we'll see. Okay, so here's where we're at. This is Sol Tropica from Bella Filipina. It is on a 32 count opal Lugana in Sea God from Under the Sea Fabrics. This is one Lexi picked out when we went to retreat this year. She picked out pattern and fabric. So I bet she expects that she will get it when it's done. So that is whip number 2 out of 49. We're going to be here a minute. So just pile that there. Next, this was another new start this year. I do have a cover photo for this one. This is Aurora from RETM. I have my focus camera. Isn't that cool? I started this with Vicky from Reading and Stitching while we were at retreat together this summer. It started at retreat, right? Yeah. It is in another stitch and button bag. Hey, hey! Welcome, welcome. So this is Aurora from RETM, and this is where I got to. Um, actually did pretty good progress on this one already this year. I'm finding that I like Quakers more and more lately. I don't know, just something about the little motifs. This was obviously a new Q snap. So that's what we're looking at right now. Move my trigger before I get this closer to the camera, but these little fairies are just everything. They're so cute. I got that vine going along the side. It's just, I love this piece. And so this is on 32 count Lugana in I Descent from Mystic Fabrics. I know I've said this before, but it's because it had like a pink and green hue to it that kind of reminded me of Maleficent. So, especially in her dragon form. Siren's Retreat. Yes, I made it my point to get to the fairies. That was my focus. All right, and again, that was Aurora from RETM. All right, next, I do believe I started this one this year too. My new starts are sitting here. So this is Sunset, but this one doesn't have its cover photo. Sunset from Kitty Me Designs. Absolutely love her stuff. And actually, this is one I might work on this month, so I don't know why I took it off the Q-snap, but here. It's over halfway done with the Krynex. Beautiful, gorgeous butterfly. And this is on 32 count Jobelin in Hibiscus from Bestitch Me Fabrics. I like this, the color of this fabric. This is Sunset from Kitty Me Designs. I'm hoping this will be a Finish That Stitch December piece. We will see. Because I make all the goals and the plans, and sometimes I manage, and sometimes I don't. Okay, so as of right now, all of those are something that I will work on next year. Yes, my floss wall. I'm missing a lot of colors right now, but I love it. I love it. Okay. Also, in a stitch and button bag currently, but it will not be staying there, is my Fairy Tale Lands 2. I have 1 and 2 started. This is what this one looks like. Focus, focus. And I almost UFO'd this year. Well, for this year, I kind of did. I took them off my goals list. Um, and I was gonna just UFO them, period. But at the last minute, I decided I'm going to keep one of them on my whip list next year, and it's going to have a monthly goal that I'm going to try and achieve, and that is just one motif on it per month. So, because part of why I don't work on this is it's super overwhelming, and that is because um, all the color changes and all the little doodads everywhere. So I'm going to pick just one each month and work on it. And I'm not talking about like a whole scene, I'm talking about a single motif. Like this boy would be one, the fox would have been one. And just try and see some progress on it next year, but not worry about getting a whole lot of progress because this one's more of the process than the product at this point. So here's where we're at. I've almost completed one half of this one, which is why it's the one I've picked to work on next year. And then the other one will just be UFO'd until this one is complete. And then I will take the other one out of, um, yes, you definitely have to backstitch as you go on sew to stitch. Um, I'll take, when this one's finished, then I'll take the other one out of the UFO pile and switch it in. But it may be a good long time because there's still a lot of motifs. And if I'm only doing one a month, you know. All right, so we got that pile done. We're going to grab this one. So we're how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 out of 49. We're doing okay. All right, so this one, I'm going to take off the Q-snap, but then I have to set to the side because it is actually one I'm going to work on tomorrow night. It is a Finish That Stitch December piece. This is Aberdeenshire from Mearns Craft. It's a map of a part of Scotland. And I would really like to finish this one this year. I struggle a lot whenever I take this one out to stitch on it, mostly because it is way more back stitch and that sort of thing than it is cross stitches. And it's all spaced apart. And so here's where I'm at with it. You can see I'm a pretty good amount done. Just got to finish this little peninsula over here. And then I've got to come up here and put in a tartan. So that's where I'm at. And y'all, does anybody totally cringe at a horrible back? Because look at this. I'm all over the place on this thing. Okay. I won't torture y'all anymore. So, I'm gonna pull this a little closer. I keep worrying I'm gonna set it in my drink. Let it focus. Maybe it's gonna focus. So, there's a lot of it done. Those finicky little castles, those are another reason that I haven't gotten a whole lot done on this. I mean, I've gotten a lot done, but I'm not done with it. But I want to finish it this year. So close, I know. It's why I'm pulling it out tomorrow and I need to work on it this week. Finish it. Just finish it. Okay. This is my other fairy tale lands. This is the one that is going into um, more stitch and button bags. That is going into being UFO'd. So we're actually going to set this off to the other side. I had them both on Q stamps because I had intended on working on them this year, putting at least 1,500 stitches into them like I have all my other projects this year, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. I'm over these, but then I was like, maybe if I give myself a really small goal each month. So this fairy tale lands looks like this. It is by Soda Stitch. And I have not given y'all start dates on any of this stuff. I have it all pulled here. Anyways, I'm a mess. So, and both of these are on Iced Grapes linen from Under the Sea Fabrics. And see, this one's not near as well done. And you could see there's so many little finicky color changes, some miscounting. I've had to frog on all of these. Just, it's cute, but it's tedious. Look at little Pinocchio. So this one will get UFO'd for a bit. Not forever, but just for a little bit. So we're gonna stick that over there. All right, next. This is one I really need to get some more work done on. And we're gonna stay in the rotation next year. But this is Spangled from Long Dog Sampler. I've almost finished 3 pages. I've started on the 4th page up here, but I'm not finished with this right here. But yeah, that is Spangled from Long Dog Samplers. It is on a 28 count Lugana in Ophelia from Under the Sea Fabrics. It's gorgeous, and I started it with a bunch of friends, and I might be further along than all of them, so there's that. But I still want to get further. Look, we still got all that to do. So hopefully this see some good progress next year. All right. Next, this was a new start this year that I started with Sarah from Our Stitching Kingdom and Laurel from Laurel Ann. And this is Pear and Rosemary. It's a hands-on design French kitchen. I actually got quite a bit of it done. This could almost be finished this year if I didn't have 1,000 other goals. So I bet that's probably about halfway. So super nice. I'm going to put all of them on this fabric, so it is massive. And I do not know the name of it or who dyed it. I received it as a gift from a friend. And yeah, I could tell it's probably a 32 count even weave, but that's as much as I could tell you. But it looks really good. Really good. So that should be a finish next year. All right. Hey, Laurel. She started with French or the cuisine part of it. And I want to say Sarah did blueberry. Sure. Okay, this is another one that I really think is going to be a finish next year. I think that is a safe goal for this one. I've had it for a long time. It was one I started at a retreat, at a Mirabilia Minions retreat. This was the gift from Nora Corbett. Um, and I started it. We all started it that weekend. Several people have finished it, and it just was never a real high priority for me. But it was never one I didn't like. So I've worked on it a little bit here and there. As you can see, I've got a good bit done. Basically, I need to take all of this that's over here and repeat it over here. And then a little bit of backstitch up there and we'll be done. Oh, and there's beads. So This is also is on that 28 count Opal Lugana in Ophelia from Under the Sea Fabrics. So I'm glad you're homework from I'm not glad you're sick, but I'm glad you're home today. Okay. So I'm gonna stick this here. All right. Next, this was a new start this year. I'm sure several people will recognize it. And this is the Dark Queen of the Earth from Autumn Lane Stitchery and Under the Sea Fabrics. I'm not done with part one, and I've started part two, and progress is minimal. So it's okay. I got over my 1,500 stitches for it for the year. This is on the 32 count linen in Nightshade from Under the Sea Fabrics. I did go with linen, even though it's not my favorite option, because I just felt like the colorway was much better. So these are so stitch heavy, but so amazing that I'm sure I will do them all, but it may take me 10 years. Ooh, it had a needle in it. All right. So there's where it's at. And it's got a lot more to go, but they just released part 4. I'm not sure if I've even looked at it yet. Okay. Alrighty, next we have, I believe this is World Postage Stamp. Yep, from Soda Stitch. See, and this is part of why I didn't completely UFO Fairy Tale Lands, is because I saw this one and I'm like, this one isn't as daunting because probably because they're squares, but also because I'm piecemealing it. You know, you do one little square at a time. So I said, maybe if I just do one motif at a time, we can get through Fairy Tale Lands. So let's stretch this one out a little bit. Here's where I'm at on World Postage Stamp. So I think at one point when I was stitching like this and then I stopped, and when I came back I started on this side. So that's why there's two partials there, but it's looking really good, and it still has a long way to go. It's actually a pretty big piece, but and each of those stamps are full coverage, but it looks really good, and it's easy to take it just a little bit at a time. So this is on a 28 count Lugana in Aztec from the Sea Fabrics. It was a fabric of the month. I don't know if it ever made the actual line, but and it's an opal Lugana. It's really weird noise outside. All right. Next, let me do something right. Let me. Okay. Let's grab these two. And these. All right. And next, we have this is What Lies from ABC Stitchworks. It says what lies behind us and what lies before us are small matters compared to what lies within us. I think, hey, Daddy, I think this can be a finish next year. So I'm hoping maybe. This is on 28 count linen in Pete's from Seraphim. I think this is the way that it goes. I didn't mark top um, Biggie, but right now it's more of just the frame, the picture frame. And actually, I ran out of this color floss, and I had to go ask EJ if I could borrow her skein because I needed more than I thought I did, or I must have lost some or something. So that's where it's at. I think it can be a finish next year if it gets a little more focused than it has in the past. Yeah, so I got the letter from EJ in there. Your goal for next year? Oh yeah, putting top on all of them. All right, this one is Autumn from the Cricket Collection. It's not a great picture, but I have a picture. And where are we on this one? We have Tum. So we just need 3 more letters. Maybe this could be a finish next year. This is on a fabric. And it looks like 32 count Lugana in Country Mocha from Zweigart. Or Silk Weavers, or I got it while I was at Silk Weavers. Hey Janet! You sneaking in while you're at work? That's always the fun stuff. All right. I have no clue if anybody's been counting and to know how far we are through this. I have 49 to get through, and I have no idea how many we done. I didn't keep track. Okay, so this next one is Growth Rings from Ink Circles. Here is the cover photo. I don't know what colors they used, but as soon as I saw it, I said, I think I'm going to put that on a really crazy fabric and pick some subtle variegates. So that's what I did. And it is on a 32 count linen in Hecate from uh, Undersea Fabrics. It's done with these yellows. Kind of a golden yellow and then kind of a lighter yellow. So that's what it looks like. Close up on the stitching. I really like how well they go together, but it's a lot of stitching. So I'm not even a quarter of the way done. I got a lot to go. So I don't think that's going to be a finish next year, but I do hope it sees some pretty good progress. Oh, yay! Your daughter's in labor. Real labor this time? Excited. Janet's going to have a grandbaby. Oh, forgot. Set that up there. Oh, I am just making a mess here. All right. You're going to hold off on the food for a minute. This one is actually one I'm hoping might be a finish this year too. This is Hummingbirds from Owl Forest Embroidery. So that's what the cover looks like. But I picked all my own flosses for this. And I put it on a 32 count Joblin and Amaryllis from Under the Sea Fabrics. I love Under the Sea's yellows. I love yellows. Sorry, Vicky. I like those. So excited for Janet. That's awesome. Love it. When I watched your video the other day, y'all were still waiting. Okay, so here's where we're at. Right? I started in the center and I went down. So we have the bottom half completely done. And we're almost at the top on this quarter. Uh, there's just a vine above this hummingbird that I haven't done. And then we have that last quarter. So it's kind of split into quarters, but it's because that's how the pages were split. So that is what it looks like. And I really think I can get that other quarter done if I just have a couple good working days on it. That's the question. Between work and December plans, am I going to have a couple good days to get some good stitches done? All right. kind of, we got some mess over here. All right. Here is another one. I think I started this one last year. This is Angel of the New Dawn from Mirabilia. I'm picking off the Q snap. It is on a 32 count Jovelin and Icicle from Sea Fabrics. I mean, are y'all noticing a trend with my fabrics? Because so here's where we're at. You can tell I do a lot of skipping around, but it was a little bit what I had available to me at the time, a little bit I don't want to move the Q snap. So that's where we've gotten to on her this year. So she's looking gorgeous. And I need to look, like I said, I'm going to limit down to 30. Okay, I'll hold for a minute while you go get pen and paper. And um, so I'm gonna basically pick like my top 30 to start with next year. And then once they've hit their goals, whatever is not in the top 30 gets switched out. And I know I have a couple few Mirabilias. So this one is probably going to be a second string. Um, so I'm gonna actually set this off to the side. The side. Since I know that that's probably well, I didn't do it. This was a really cute bag I got at Retreat from Alara. Alara. She's on Etsy. Super cute. This is how you spell the name. And it was cute to put a little small in. And so for this one's really tiny. I barely started it. I worked on this on the plane. This is the Quirky Quaker Bat from Darling and Whimsy. That's all I got done on it. And next to it is the little hedgie. So I'm going to put a few of them on this fabric. So that's what you see over here. That's the 41 stitches I put into it on the plane. So, do we get a say? No, no, no. I think I'm going to start with Garden Prelude. So, we just haven't gotten to that one yet. So, instead. Next, this one was a start with a Jessie Marie, who is here. Jessie Marie does stuff. And this is on a 40 count Verdal. If y'all don't know what Verdal is, it is a 40 count even weave, which I absolutely love. Super soft and stitches amazing. And all of my Madame Chantilly's will be on it. Or all the trays anyway. So this is Celebrate Halloween from Madame Chantilly, which I actually still need to go in Frog because I have a boo-boo right there. That's supposed to be a little bit higher. But that's where I got to. It is 1/2, 40 count. And I don't know why. It's shadow, I'm sure. But it almost looks like you can see all of them come together in the cup down there. But I swear that's unintentional. I don't know why it's making that shadow. It's really weird. Anyway, so that's where I got to. It's looking good. These little stems were white originally, but I changed them to green. But that's where I'm at on that one. Looking forward to working on it again. And it's in this super cute Halloween bag from Stitch and Button. All right. Next. Okay, so one of the things that I was planning on doing when looking at all of them is I'm going to keep some of my full coverages active and put some of them away for a little bit because I'd really like to actually get a finish on a full coverage sometime in the next 10 years. So this one is not technically full coverage. So I'm using that as an excuse to keep it in the rotation. Even though it's a hate. So this is QS Ladybug We got our designs. Super cute. And no, I am not filling any of it in. I'm stitching it just like it looks. And here is where we're at. So as you can see, I've got a really good bit done. So I can't wait to work on it some more. It stitches rather quickly because just the one color. But this is over 1 on 28 count, and I did it 2 strands. So I did it on purpose. Typically when I stitch a height, I do 1 over 1, but I was worried about, since this isn't full coverage, it looking okay. So yeah, I used 2 strands. So it's dense in some places. Yeah, exactly. It's not full coverage. So it's not one of the ones that I have to split between. It's so pretty though. So pretty. Absolutely love it. All right. Here, we're going to get into a few full coverages here in a minute. All right. Next, I have, this is another one I have on a 40 count linen. And that's part of the reason it's taking me so long to actually get around to stitching on it. But when I do stitch on it, it goes so fast because it's 1 over 2 that I really should just work on it. So this is Living with Charm from Lizzie Kate. And you get they're double flips. You get 2 of them on each card, and then you put them all together and put a border around them like that. So here is where I'm at. We've got dream, love, remember, and give. So that's 4. There's how many? There's 12. So I want to try and get 4 done again next year. Let's see if we can get 4. Let me find where the camera is at. And this is, like I said, it's a 40 count linen. The card is not on it, so I don't remember the name of the colorway. It fell off at some point. And I'm sure I have it written down somewhere, but I don't know where just yet. So there's that one. We got a very precarious pile going on over there. All right. Um, I'm not going to take this one off the Q-snap. Yes, I am. I'm going to take it partially off of Q-snap. Because I'm still working on this one, I'm actually supposed to put 100 stitches into it tonight. So I will open it up enough for you to see. Here's where we're at on Mini Alice in a Dolly Dream. And I have reached, this is the complete width of the project. So this is the mini, but that's how good it's looking. And this one will definitely stay in my rotation next year. I am stitching this for my sister, and she would like to own it someday. Luckily, she's younger than I am. So it's staying a focus piece again next year. But we've got 1, 2, 3 pages completed, and we're starting on our 4th page. So we're about halfway through the 4th page. So I'm going to work on that one later today. So we're gonna set that back over there. All right, this is another one that is going to remain one of my full coverages next year. This is my oldest WIP completely. I started this one for my first mania in 2017. Hold on. Yeah, May 1st, 2017. This is Mini Phantom of the Masquerade. So this one is definitely one of the ones that's staying in rotation next year. And I'm not going to work on it anymore this year, so I'll take it off the Q-snap for a bit. Don't judge my curly Q fabric because it's been on the Q-snap too long. So here's where we're at on Mini Phantom of the Masquerade. On this one, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 pages, or almost. Look how close I am to finish with that fourth page. Go, look. So here is where it's at. So definitely the one I'm furthest along on. I have another row over here. And it's absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous. So definitely staying in rotation for next year. All right. So this is another Heaven and Earth design. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, Beth Ann. This one will not be staying in the main focus pieces for full coverage next year. So I'm actually going to completely take it off of everything. Uh, as much as I love it, it is one of my bigger hates, and um, it's just not. We're going to pull it in whenever one of those other ones gets finished. So here is my start on Magic Study from Heaven and Earth Designs. This was the original release, the limited edition release. And I got it the regular for the, um, yeah, regular. Hey, Nicole. So it's really pretty, but it's going to get put up for a bit. So I just don't see where all that confetti was necessary. The colors on it are just so gorgeous, but it needs a brick. All right. What else do we have? Y'all still hanging in there? I know it takes a minute. We had 49 whips to get through, and I won't say we might be about halfway done. All right, next. This is actually going to be a finish very, very soon. I'm going to work on it tonight, but as this is a whip parade, I will be opening it up and showing you what it looks like right now. Just need to move my needle. So this is my main focus for a finish this month. If nothing else gets finished, Lady of the Flag will. So that's what it looks like. Oh my gosh, she's so gorgeous. I'm working on Kreinik right now, but I'm hoping to start on beads tonight. So I'll let y'all get a close up. You can see she's still got a weird stub there because I haven't gotten up there with the back stitch and the beads. But she is gorgeous. I don't know. Just absolutely love her. I think my fabric choice was amazing and just the absolute best. Thank you. This is Hamlet, right? Think so. Um 32 count Hamlet from Under the Sea Fabrics. And again, I did it on linen because it just colors better sometimes. So I'll be working. She's gonna be finished this month, y'all. I did this thing this year where I split her into 12, what I had left to stitch on her into 12 pieces so that I would for sure get the finish. And the last month is just trying to compete. All right, next, this was a stitch along this year that was released. I think it started in May and finished in September, but I'm behind. So it just is what it is. This is Touch of Magic from Caterpillar Cross Stitch Designs. So I've got a little bit of saying left up here, and then I have 2 pieces down at the bottom I haven't finished. So I don't know that this is getting finished this year, but It's one I'm working on trying to. It is on a 32 count Lugana in Witch's Brew from Mystic Fabrics. It's a gray and orange, absolutely perfect for this piece. And yeah, gonna hopefully work on it again this month, but it's low on my priority list. So I need somewhere to set the stuff. All right, next. This one just hit its yearly goal of 1,500 stitches. I started this in November at retreat, the Yellow Springs retreat. I started like 5 things while I was there. And like, y'all, my pile of QCMs over here. It's a little ridiculous. Okay. This is Gift of Giving from Little Stitch Girl. I absolutely love it. I think if I was a monogamous stitcher, this one would already be finished. It just stitches up so nicely. This is on 32 count Lugana in Diversity from Mystic Fabrics. It was one of the Fabric of the Month colors. But that is as far as I got. It's gonna be a pretty good sized piece, but it's got a big old tree and it's got Santa and Mrs. Claus and Rudolph, and it's so cute. And this Turkish red for these letters, look at how amazing that is. So good. So good. All right. Next, we're gonna have to start another pile somewhere because that one's getting a little daunting. I'm afraid it's gonna fall over on us. Here we go. All right. This one, oh my goodness, y'all, this piece. It is, we have a love-hate relationship, and I love it, but I hate it. I got this on Etsy. It did not have a name, and I don't even know that she still sells it because she kind of does things in waves. It went away for a little while. When it came back, I grabbed it up. I don't know if it's there now. I call it the Harry Potter book collaboration because it's all the books and kind of like, you know, um, basically kind of like a summary, but also putting it in a way like we did this together. Because if you're part of the fandom, like it was an everybody thing. Everybody read them, everybody loved them, everybody just encompassed it. Anyway, so absolutely adored it, bought it. Here's the thing. Whew. Sometimes I wish you could look at a pattern before you buy it. Because the way it's charted, okay, so you see those big words? Those are in cross stitches. You see the white words? All quarter stitches. Like, and it looks good, but it is a pain. So I'm gonna get you up close so you can see. Yeah, big pain, gorgeous outcome. Yeah, so that's how that worked. So this is on a Sunny Dyes fabric in Wicked from, it's a 28 count Lugana. Sunny Dyes no longer dyes fabric. Sorry. Um, I just thought it was too perfect for this piece. Looked like magic on a piece of fabric. And that's where I've gotten to. Mostly because when I work on it, I sometimes, like, if I'm right here, I'm going to stitch on this, but I'm trying to get the horrible part done as quickly as possible so that I can go in and I think this one can be a finish next year, possibly. If I can just get through those last 2 lines of quarter stitches. 2 lines, that's all I have left. So, yeah, it's it's what I call my struggle bus piece. Wow. I've already changed places of where I'm putting stuff. Okay, this one is going to be a finish this month. Um, yeah, definitely. I started this at the beginning of the year. This was a stitch along this year. This is from Stitching Cabin Co. It's called Nordic Winter Band Sampler. Currently, she has a autumn band sampler going on. And of course, you can always go back and buy the winter one all together and not have to have it piece by piece. But we're going to finish this one very soon. I've got threads I need to clip. All right. So we're going to start at the top. We're going to work our way down. Why does it feel so crooked? Like, oh, there we go. Has some Kreinik in there. It's only 2 colors. I just picked whatever 2 colors I thought were the prettiest. And you can see where I am this close to being finished. I have, what, 2.5 more trees? There's 9, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 2.5 more trees. So this is on, I can't remember if this one had a name. It's a 32 count Lugana from Valkyrie Stitchworks. Feel like it had a name. Oh, it's in here. Maybe? Yes. Midnight Sky. 32 count Lugana from Valkyrie Stitchworks. This is what the tag looks like. I don't know if she's dyed anything lately, but she does have a Facebook page. If you're interested in checking out, I don't know. Which one? This Nordic Winter Band Sampler? None of us, I don't think there's a single person in this chat right now that needs any more charts, that needs any more stuff to do. I'm sure everybody is at Sable. Stash, how's that go, Jesse? Stash acquired beyond life expectancy. It doesn't make this any less fun. All right. So that is Nordic Winter Band Sampler. And that one will be a finish this month. So we don't have to worry about that one going into 2023. That will actually be a finish this coming up week, I think. I said nobody ever. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what we have next. Oh my goodness. Stash acquired beyond. See it? I got it. Stash acquired beyond life expectancy. All right. So here's this one. This one overwhelms me, and then it doesn't, and then it does, and I want to work on it, and then I don't. It's just one of those. This was the 2020? Yeah, 2020 Stitch Along from Modern Folk Embroidery. And it was my first time ever working with um silks. Silks for You silks. And they're gorgeous, y'all. These colors are amazing. I overthink the variegation every time I work on this. And I put myself into a panic and then I don't get near enough done because I'm overthinking like you just do that, Holly, because you need more stuff. So here's where I'm at. Oh, we're gonna take it off the Q snap. So that's why this one is taking me so long. It has nothing to do with the pattern. It has nothing to do with it's all about, well, it might be a little bit about how much fabric I have on the edges and how close I'm having to work to the Q-snap. That's a little bit of it. But mostly it's that I'm always like, okay, if I grab this skein, where do I stitch next to make sure it variegates the way that I want it to? Way too much. You have Nordic Winter, and Autumn. That's exactly it, Nicole. Collecting charts, collecting stash, charts, fabric, floss, all of it is a completely separate hobby from stitching. It just is. And I love both my hobbies. So here we go. This is where I'm at. I've completely finished the January block. And then it goes this way, February, March, and then I think this is April, and I'm not quite finished with it yet. I'll get there eventually. I've just got to take my time with it. And this is the bottom of whichever one I'm working on, but I overwhelm myself every time I work on it. But look, isn't it beautiful? Like I don't need to be overthinking it, but I do. This again is now this one is autumn fabric. Fabric. It's this Weigart. I want to say it was like country autumn or something. I have multiple pieces of it because I thought it was so amazing. I bought multiple that weekend that I was at Silk Weavers. So, hey Margaret, how's it going? So, that is Modern Folk Embroideries. It's called Family Patchwork. I'm getting distracted. My husband wishes. Mine most definitely wishes I would only have one, and sometimes I think neither, but he's very supportive. But there are days where he's like, do we have to stitch today? Could we just like hang out? All right, this one was a new start this year that I am absolutely in love with. Um, I can't wait to work on more. So, this is Moonlight Sampler from the Blue Flower. I started at the bottom, so here we are. It's super cute, y'all. Just look at my delicate little hedgie. Look at that. It's so cute. Got that thing. I forgot what it's called. And we're starting on a sloth over here. It's just so cute. This is on Verdal, 40 count, even weave Verdal. Um, it's called Whisper. It was dyed by my daughter. Um, I sell her fabrics in my shop on Facebook, but I don't think I have any more Whisper. I think she did an amazing job, and it was perfect for this piece. So, um, I love it. I love 40 count Verdal. Just so that's where I'm at. It's not a whole lot, but it was a good start. I like it. And I can't wait to stitch on it more next year. I'll have a cover for it. All right. Next, we have Shangri-La from Kesslin Designs. This is one I bought when I was up at Silk Weaver because they had it stitched on the wall, and I was like, oh my good kiwi. Yes, that's what it is. That is what it is. So I saw it on the yes, the fabric does not photograph well. But it's gorgeous purpley gray. So this is Shangri-La from Kesslin Designs, and this picture is deceitful, like majorly, because this thing is mess. But I saw it stitched at Needleworkers Delight when we were standing in line, and I was like, okay, well, I guess I need that chart too. And um, started it. It too is on a 40 count linen. I swear, like 40 count is new to me, and somehow I have all these pieces on 40 count all of a sudden. Um, oh, it is Newcastle linen in ash rose from Zweigart. And it goes like this. See, that is a lot of stitching. It looks like just a little bit, but come on, focus. Do you see all those stitches? This thing is massive. It's massive. And I've only got a little chunk done. So you'll see this one again for the next few years. Just be aware. Those swirls. Oh yeah, on the pattern for this. Yes, it's so gorgeous. I've collected a mess over here. Okay, next. I've done a really good job of picking my top 30. I think I've set 2 that I plan on finishing next year to the side. And actually, there was another one we talked about that should have went over there. I'm just trying to get through this. How long have we been here? Almost an hour. Okay, next, this is my top Mirabilia. So this will be the first one going into my rotation. And this is Garden Prelude from Mirabilia. This was my birthday start a couple years ago. 2020 maybe. Uh, and y'all, it's one of those things where I kind of oopsied and I kind of knew that that was a good possibility. And part of that is because we put it on this fabric from Sunny Dyes, and it's a hand printed fabric called Twilight Meadow, and I wanted stuff to sit at a very specific location. And in doing that, I did not give myself very much room. Um, but you'll see why. So this is in Prelude. That's where I've got to. I've reached the bottom, so you can see that it is going to fit on this fabric, but it is a very tight fit. And it's because I wanted the flowers to sit right on the top of the green so that it looked like they were coming up out of the green because I didn't want to build the arch. But I wanted the flowers. So that's where I'm at. That is where I'm at. And so she is definitely first on my list for next year to get her set amount of stitches, and then I'll switch out with Angel of the New Dawn. Sorry, Vicky, you didn't get a vote. Um, so that is why I told you no. So you see now. I don't know yet what they are. They're so pretty. I don't know yet what my goal for next year. Like this year, every piece got 1,500 stitches. Next year, I was trying to see how many I had to kind of base it on that, but also I feel like any new start should get less than other ones because part of the issue I'm running into right now is I started a bunch of things in November and now I've got to get 1,500 stitches in them by the end of the year. So I'm going to try not to do that to myself next year. And also my older whips, any of these 2017s, and there is only one 2017, but there's some 2018s. There's a few 2018s. So any of those I want to put a little bit more time and effort into. So my next one, this was my birthday start for this year. This is Stand for Freedom by Glendon Place. It is on a 32 count Joblin and Prosperfina from Under the Sea Fabrics. Do you need anything? Was it hot?
I have to be in here.
Huh?
I'm your producer. I have to be in here.
You're my
I'm
producer.
your manager also.
My manager has arrived for anybody that needs to know. Um, she helps me with everything. So here's where I've gotten to. This is in Sulky's, right? Sulky? Yeah. I absolutely love it. It's looking so good. This was my unicorn piece because the year that it came out at Market, it was a limited edition and I was not financially in a place where I could purchase from Market that year. And so I've kept an eye out for it every year since. And all the time, Vicky says, "Hi, Lexi." She knew. And I was not fortunate enough to find it, but I was fortunate enough to have a friend who didn't mind sharing. Yeah, she's awesome. So that is that. Ryan's getting a little loud out there. All right. Yeah, it's okay. Where to next? Where are we going?
Did you go through all these?
Yep. Been here for the last hour. This one is not mine. This is Ryan's cross stitch. We'll just put that back on the shelf. Uh, next one. This one I started with Sarah at our Stitching Kingdom. And this is America from Kitty Me Designs.
Okay.
And I don't remember the name of this fabric, but Vicky, you showed it on your Whip Parade the other day. So if you want to pop that in chat, it's a fabric flare fabric. I got it when I was at Stitchery Express when we were in Utah last October. And yeah, so this is America from Kitty Me Designs. Yeah, super cute. It's fun. It's called Star or something. Vicky said it, and now I can't remember. Oh, I was taking things off the Q snaps to reorganize for next year. Pick my spot out of these weeks. Stop. But with as busy as it is, I got to do it when I can do it. And these stitch up really quickly. They're pretty small. I mean, it's gonna fit on that. So I hope I can give myself a whole lot of room down there too. Okay. And look, it kind of matches the bag that it's in. American flag by Fabric Flare.
It does not have star in it at all. You
Nope.
rock.
Maybe she called it stars. I don't know. All right, next. Okay, so far we've said 2 full coverages that are staying. This is another full coverage that I will be working on next year. This is Epic Pokemon. Like's got a big grin on her face because she's the one who asked me to stitch this. And here is where I'm at. Oh, that's
Upside down.
because I didn't write top on it, huh, Margaret? So let's see, we got a Zapdos and we got a. I just blanked. I don't forgot their names.
I wanted to say Flareon, but
That's
Flareon's right there at the
Flareon.
bottom.
That's Porygon. There's Dratini, maybe? And Pinsir and Taurus. I can't remember his name.
So Zapdos, and I forgot the other two. Yeah.
Yeah, Articuno.
Articuno and
Oh my goodness. I'm horrible. Horrible Pokemon trainer. But this one is sticking around for. Yeah, so I couldn't decide either on which one to do, and I pulled a bunch of them up for Lexi, and she picked this one. Part of the thing for this one, this is the original 151, and that's what I grew up on. Like when I first started watching Pokemon, this is all there was. And so it's kind of nostalgic for me. And then the fact that the kids um still really love Pokemon
Pokemon's awesome.
is, you know. Vicky, show you my top notation. I think I saw when we were on Zoom the other day. Or maybe she showed me. I don't know. I saw it. Okay, next we have, and this one's a Nora, right? Not a Mira. It's Christmas Eve. No, no, it's a Mira. Okay, so this one,
Her, right?
yes.
Yeah.
This is Miss Christmas Eve, and so she will probably get set off to the side until after Garden Prelude has gotten some stitches.
Color.
Yeah,
The red maroon color.
yeah, it looks
Really
good.
pretty.
This is
Mistletoe.
on a 32 count Wexford linen from Silk Weaver in coral crystals. I like Wexford linen. It is the closest thing I have found to it, a Lugana or other even weave. I absolutely love it. It's a little bit stiff, but it's really nice to work on. Yeah, you showed it on Zoom. I'm gonna take a I'm gonna take a picture of this Q snap pile later and post it.
Oh my god. I didn't even notice when I walked in.
It's kind of crazy. We'll set this one over here because we know. Okay, we've done that. We've done that. That's empty. So I think I just have this bag left. I think we're almost there, y'all. Oh, no, I got that one and that one too. Just kidding. Okay. So this one I worked on last night. Um, so I think I'm gonna put it up. Here is Henpeck from Plum Street Samplers. What?
But you snap so tight.
So it is. I actually grabbed this while I was at retreat because I didn't want to have to take one of my other things off the Q snap. Yeah. Get off of there. So this one was my new start at the November retreat. One of them because they started like 5 things, and it's got about 300 stitches in it. But you can see I didn't give myself a whole lot of space there, did I? Whew, that's gonna be fun. Um, so we got the sloths, and we have the raccoon rabble, and now we've got henpeck.
Oh, the raccoon.
This is like I gave myself like no room between there.
Are you gonna cut them or are they?
Eventually, yeah.
Okay.
Just gonna have to be very careful. This is on 32 count fog from Picture This Plus. And henpeck. I want to do them all eventually, and I can fit at least one more up here and then 4 down there. So I've also done fox few, and I did it on a completely different fabric because at the time I thought it was going to be the only one I was going to do, and then she came out with the sloths, and then I fell down a rabbit hole. And I'm one of those that has to collect. If it's a series, I feel like I need them all. I don't necessarily have to stitch them all. I need to own them all. But in this case, think I'm gonna stitch them all. All right, next, this one I'm hoping will be a finish this year. This is another one for Miss Lexi.
Ladybug? Oh, butterfly.
Yeah, but she loves her some butterflies,
No,
and she picked out the fabric and everything. This is Temperature Butterflies from Stitch and Mommy.
can't you tell we live in Texas?
Right. She picked, this is a 32 count Lugana in Adobe Mystic Fabrics. She said it looked the most like the desert, which is where we live. And as you can see, I am working on October's butterfly. So I still gotta get October, November, and December. Yeah. But she said, can you tell we live in Texas with all the super warm temperatures in the middle of summer?
I've had some pretty warm days recently also.
Sorry, I can't get past
What?
Didn't ask you. Okay. So, set that one there. All right, this one is currently, this one? No, I think I just finished this one. I just finished this one as my daily 100. I started this one at retreat, so I was trying to get the 1500 stitches in it. This is Ladies Who Lunch from Fox and Rabbit Designs. And I did this on 32 count Lugana and Elsa from Valkyrie Stitchworks. So this one, okay. Where we're at. And this motif is going to repeat around 4 times. So I've almost got the first of the 4 done. Let's just get ready.
Is it sunflowers?
Mm-hmm.
That one's gonna be pretty. That's like
I
my
love it.
favorite.
It's so good on
Besides
the fabric.
butterflies, it's ladybugs, and then sunflowers are my favorite flower. That's awesome. Yeah. Oh, the bag's cute too.
Getting curious. I happen to buy that one at retreat to go with that project.
From Vic. Or
If you haven't seen, oh shoot, which chart? The Ladies Who Lunch. I don't have a cover photo for it though. She actually has several. Um, that one's under Fox and Rabbit. The other ones are under Black something Rabbit. I don't remember, but it's got like butterflies and stuff too. This Goes with that. Okay. This one is my current daily 100, so I'm actually not going to take it off the Q snap because it's all right here anyway. This is Heartful of Gratitude. It is from Cottage Garden Samplings, and it is one of the Songbird collections. Oh, butterfly temperature. Yeah, temperature butterflies. I really like them. They have so many but temperature charts out there, and I probably won't do another temperature chart, but I might get one of the charts and maybe pick something different for it, like stitch count or I don't know, something. Okay, this is Heartful of Gratitude from Cottage Garden Samplings. It's one of the Songbird collection. Um, I don't have a cover photo for it. And it is on 32 count Jobelan in Hanami from Under the Sea Purse. Got some pinks and greens in there. Super cute. I'm already frogging this one. I don't know if you could tell, but like I messed up, which is typical of any of the songbirds I've worked on. So it's my daily 100 right now till it gets to 1500 stitches, except when I'm home, and that's when I work on Mini Alice in a Dolly Dream.
Hydration.
Hydrate, hydrate. All right. Now, on to a few things that like hit their goal this year and got put on the sidelines. Uh, that's why they're not in fancy bags like that because I ran out. This one I think could possibly be a finish next year if it gets more stitchy time than it did this year. This is Haunted Household from Glendon Place. I think this one really fits my household. It says a witch and her little monsters live here with one handsome devil.
Say so. I must be the handsome.
You can't call your dad handsome. This is on a 28 count linen and ice storm from Seraphim Fabrics.
I thought you would like that color.
Yeah. And here's where we're at. Fold the fabric because it's too much. There we go. See, it's quite a bit done, so I think I could possibly see a finish next year. I don't hold my breath or anything, but it wouldn't take that much.
I have a theory. If you were to work on like one or two projects at a time, you'd have a lot more finishes than you
Oh,
do
oh
now.
yes, I know. But when I get burnout whenever I stitch so few projects.
I understand that.
Ooh, there's a needle sticking through that.
I stepped on one of your needles the other day.
I stepped on one today. Not stepped on it, like slid my foot into it. All right. This one I've had forever. This is Haunted House from Tiny Modernist. This was a stitch along. As you can see, I'm like way behind. I forgot what year this was.
What year?
Well,
Gosh.
it was a stitch along Haunted Mansion in 2019. Um,
You're a bit behind.
yeah, yeah. Everybody else is done, but I'm not. So I'm not even gonna hold my breath and say this one will be a finish. Like, um, yeah. So this is on 32 count linen and Lycan's Moon. I'll get it done someday. It's okay. It's all good. It's American Stars by Fabric Flare. She read the name wrong. Lexi. It did have stars in the name. She went back and checked after you said something. Okay. I'm running out of room for piles. This one is a current favorite, and that is Celebrate Christmas from Madame Chantilly. This is the one that kind of started the whole 40 count thing. Um, I decided once I started this one that all of the ones that are in this series need to be on the same type of fabric. So Lexi may just have to dye me the other colors I need. So here is Celebrate Christmas. This is 40 count Verdal in Summer Winds from Zweigart, or from Silk Weaver, I mean. Sorry. 40 count Verdal. I did a center start, so look at all the wasted fabric I'm gonna have on either side. But that's where I'm at. 1/2, 140 count. This one, no, this one is 2/2, and it is thick. Like, I'm gonna show you how thick those stitches are. It does look good. It's good coverage, but ooh, trying to get my needle through it sometimes. So that's why I did change that when I started Celebrate Halloween. I'm like, okay, only one strand. And on the black, I could probably use the 2 strands, but it's okay. All right. I like that. Yeah, that's cute. I like the package one, the ring finger. Okay, next. This is Dark Queen of the Seas. Doing too bad. Not doing too bad. Like, I'm better than Vicky, who's only got the fish. Imagine. I'm starting on to work on her hair up there. I've got her bodice done. She still needs a hand. Only got one hand, but that is Dark Queen of the Seas from Autumn Lane Stitchery and Under the Sea Fabrics. It's on a 32 count Jobelin in Bewitched. So, and if any of y'all have seen some finishes on her, she is stitch heavy. So we still got a lot to go. Expect to see her for the next 5 to 10 years. Yeah. All right, Laurel, are you ready for this? She says, "Hey, I feel attacked." Vicky does. I watched your Whip Parade. I saw your 2 little fish. Um, it's one of my other struggle buses, y'all. This is his shade throne. Bethany says, "Looks like Shark got her other hand." Um, this is Here Lie My Needles from Shakespeare's Peddler. This is probably my number 1 struggle bus. Like, did that called out. um, we started together, so it's the linen, it's the pattern, it's everything, and I just need to finish it so I can get it out of my hair because I'm over it. Um, I love it, which is one of the reasons I haven't just like get rid of it. But oh my goodness, y'all. So the chart had some symbol errors when it came to like these words and some other things. It just there's this alphabet along the bottom that I don't even know if I want to put in. I don't know. So here's where I'm at. And I'll finish it someday. Even looking at it, I'm like, I don't feel like stitching on it. I'm supposed to be stitching on it this month, I think. And I did vote for her. Thank you. And I think a lot of people voted for her too. But we got to do a second round of voting, right? On Vicky's channel. All right. We have one more bag, y'all. We're almost done. I I hope I've gone through all these. We're gonna go through my list real quick here in a second. So, like I said, some of my full coverages I'm not going to be working on after this year for an indiscriminate amount of time. And so I've thrown them in a bag together, which I usually everything gets thrown bag, but okay. First is Ornament Fairy Spell. This was a gift from someone, and I really like it. It's nothing against any of these projects. I just needed to focus a little bit more. So here is where it's at. I'm kind of doing cross country with it. Like I'll take a strand and just stitch as far as I can go and then pick a next strand and it looks a complete mess, but that's where we're at. This one is tent stitch, which is new to me. And some days I love it and some days I hate it. So there's where that one's at. It's so messy looking. I'm so used to working in blocks where every block gets finished that when I do the cross country thing, I'm like, it just looks messy. Okay, so there's that one. The next one is Once Upon a Fairy Tale, Amy Stewart and Heaven and Earth Designs. I'm working on that second page there. Focus. There we go. So it's, I like it, but we need a break. So there's that one. And so, like, in this bag, I can't do tension. Yeah, I think if I could condition my brain to tin stitch, like full coverage would go so much faster and I would see the progress I need to keep stitching on them. But right now, I'm not feeling that, so I don't know that I'll start any more full coverages for quite a while. And then this one is another Amy Stewart. This is Life's an Open Book Paris. And what you can't tell just yet, there's her hair, but there's a naked woman right here. Like it started out with a naked woman, but no, it's Paris. So is anybody surprised? But we're not even gonna do that first page, huh? No, it's a lady's hair, I think. Anyway, um,
I can't see it. I still see like banana because it looks like a brown spot at the top where you know the stem is or whatever.
yeah. Okay, so those three are off to the side. We're keeping Mini Phantom Masquerade, Mini Alice in the Jolly Dream, and Epic Pokemon. So 3 and 3, since we didn't count QS Ladybug as full coverage. We're at 3 and 3. Okay, I'm going to run through this list real quick and we'll see if we saw all of them. Quirky Quaker Bat, Hymn Peck, Heartful of Gratitude, Ladies Who Lunch, Gift of Giving, Harry Potter Book Collaboration, Once Upon a Fairy Tale, Garden Prelude, Living with Charm, Magic Study, Celebrate Halloween, Pear and Rosemary, Moonlight Sampler, Spangled, Stand for Freedom, Ornament Fairy Spell, Miss Christmas Eve, The World Postage Stamp, Here Lie My Needles, America, Dark Queen of the Earth, Aberdeenshire, Growth Rings, Aurora, Shangri-La, Family Patchwork, Trick or Treat, Life's an Open Book Paris, Angel of the New Dawn, Mirror Mask, Hunting Household. Um, where's that? When I Saw. We didn't see When I Saw. Where is that one? I'm missing a chart or pattern, y'all. Or what?
Oh no.
It's my focus piece for next year.
This?
Huh?
No. What kind of bag is it in?
I don't know.
Well, that's much help.
Okay, well, we're gonna have to find that. Peppermint Purple.
Peppermint purple?
That's the name of the design.
Is it in that pile back there?
No, that's all stuff I went through.
I know.
I really don't know.
Naughty, naughty, naughty.
I'm gonna figure that out. All right.
Wait. This? No, that's empty.
What Lies With Us, Hummingbirds, QS Ladybug, Dark Queen of the Sea, Haunted Mansion, Celebrate Christmas, Autumn, Epic Pokemon, Sunset, Touch of Magic, Mini Alice in a Dolly Dream, Mini Phantom Masquerade. You can have that. Nordic Winter, Temperature Butterflies, Lady of the Flag, Fairy Tale 1, Fairy Tale 2. So it's not in the work truck, no. Huh?
So you're just missing the one?
I'm just missing the one,
Well, that's good. I like it's only one.
right? Where'd I put it? I'm gonna have to find it. Because it is literally the piece I chose to split into 12 next year to have finished by the end of the year.
I'm not here.
So I'm gonna have to find it. But all right, y'all, that is my whip parade for 2022. I'm hoping to finish a few of these and not be taking 49 whips into next year. Yeah, I have a mess to clean up. It only took us an hour and a half. That's not bad, right? Is it in the car?
Could be.
Could be.
Is it in the backpack?
I don't think so. I'm trying to remember when the last time I worked on it was.
Probably a year ago.
No, it wasn't that long ago. Huh. Not in here. I feel like maybe it's just in its little sleeve somewhere instead of being in a bag. I don't know. It's awkward.
Well, I guess.
It's okay. I'm gonna be cleaning all this up and
Maybe she'll find it.
I'll find it at some point. Thank you for bringing this. Oh yeah, I'm gonna take a picture of the Q-snap pile and I will post it on my YouTube. Um, but yeah, thank you everybody for joining me. It was a lot of fun. I hope something here made you go and buy stuff.
Wow.
That's what we do. We enable each other. You'll find it when you log off. Probably. Probably. I have a lot of cleanup to do.
It's like,
Well, we're going to pick up new glasses tomorrow. We did not get to go get our driver permit today because mom could not find the social security card. Lexi was home 5 minutes and found it. So we're going first thing in the morning and I'm going to have a driver. Well, sort of. She can drive with me in the car, which is scary. That I have to be tortured.
I'm a good driver. I've been driving for a long time.
Yeah. Laurel says hi.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, it's this camera there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Y'all all have a wonderful evening. Thank you for joining me, and I will see y'all on tomorrow's